It's been a long road, but for seniors, it's time to share our wisdom with the newbies coming into Ohio State. It's all next on Campus 401. Hello, my name is Sarah Grulick.
And I'm Nick McWilliams.
We're here today to talk about surviving your first year at Ohio State, as well as the rest of your time as a Buckeye.
We have a wide range of topics to discuss, ranging from picking the right major, managing your finances well, the best study spots on campus, and where to find the best music and food around Columbus.
We have plenty to get through today, so let's jump right in. First up is deciding what your major should be.
Buckeye TV's own Adam Stryker has all the details.
Many freshmen enter college having no clue what they want to do with their degree, and some not even knowing what they want to major in. My personal advice, find your passion and follow it. I spoke with a few students to see what their advice would be towards incoming freshmen and talk about their experiences.
Originally, I wanted to be a doctor, and specifically a surgeon, either vascular, or neuro.
So when I was a freshman, I was a business major, and I went into business because there's a lot of jobs in the business market, so I thought it'd be easier to get a job with a business degree.
For me, specifically, I had to work a couple jobs just to cover my living expenses and to cover part of my tuition. And so that didn't give me a lot of time to do all the extracurriculars required to get into medical school.
My sophomore year, I ended up switching my major to criminology. After taking a few business classes, I realized that this wasn't what I wanted to do. So, like I said, I switched to criminology. My dad also majored in criminology, so I'm kind of following in his footsteps, so to speak.
I had a period in my second and third year where I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And I bounced around things like writing, finance, a couple different majors, and everything sort of had its own pros and cons, but none of it really felt right at the end of the day. I'm going into my fourth year, and I've decided that I want to go into aviation because that's something that I've always been really interested in. I've gotten to a point now where I want to become a pilot. That's something that has just the right balance of being enjoyable, being lucrative, and if I'm doing it for the Navy, it will have a positive impact.
Some advice I'd give to incoming freshmen would be to take a bunch of different classes. There's going to be some that you like, some that you don't like, but it'll help you get a feel for what major you want to study.
Really think about all of the careers that you wanted to do in the past that you have kind of ruled out for various reasons. When you get to college, you have so many more opportunities to do things that you might be able to do something that you really wanted to do in the past but just didn't think you could make work.
It's important for freshmen to realize that it's okay to not know exactly what you want to do early on in your college career. Experiment with some classes, get involved, and find out what you love. With Buckeye TV, I'm Adam Stryker.
Next up is Nick McWilliams. He will be giving some advice and tricks on how to keep up on your finances while in college.
Hi, my name is Nick McWilliams. I'm in my fourth year here now at Ohio State. I'm a journalism major. Just about to graduate here in a few weeks, really. Coming into a university as big as Ohio State and being in a place like Columbus, there's so many different places you can go and so many different things you can do. That's really a great thing, but one problem you might run into is with your finances. Obviously, there's a lot of different places you can spend money, whether that be on food, entertainment, anything like that. You have to be very wise of that. It's pretty easy sometimes to get kind of carried away if you have a little bit of cash in your pocket. You might be thinking to yourself, "Oh, I can go out and it doesn't matter. It's just a couple bucks. Why does that matter?" But you'd be amazed at just saving a little bit and keeping it back, what that can actually do for you. Trying to, especially when you're in a dorm, it's not too bad since you have a meal plan and everything, so your meals are pretty easy to come by. But when you're living by yourself, when you're living out on your own and cooking for yourself, that kind of gets daunting. It's kind of a grind. So in the long run, it's always worth it. It's always worth to stay financially conscious of everything, and making sure that you're putting money back, you're keeping it for the future. That doesn't mean that you always have to constantly sell yourself short with everything. You obviously can take time to go out and have a little bit of fun every now and then. But my biggest advice financially for any student coming into Ohio State would be to make a budget. Stick to that budget as best you can. I know sometimes it's not always easy to do. If you're living off campus, things happen, your car breaks down, you have to pay for that, your bills every month, whether that be loan payments, car payments, whatever, what have you. But if you really budget your money and are careful with it, you'd be amazed at what that actually does in the long run. I really don't think there's a single person out there who thinks if they don't save money or if they didn't save money that it's not a big deal. I don't think there's a single person out there who looks back and says, well, I should have saved less money. Didn't have to worry about it. It's not a big deal. You're very lucky if you are able to do that, but that's not the case for the vast majority of people. So constantly keeping a log of everything, using your apps for whatever bank you have, and just staying as aware as possible of where all your money stands and what your future plans will be with it. It's such a big thing when you go to college. It sometimes isn't really talked about enough. I don't think it's talked about enough anyway. So my closing advice would be enjoy your time in Columbus, enjoy your time at Ohio State, but above all, plan ahead, be ready for your future. Thanks, guys.
Ohio State offers classes in nearly every kind of job field you can imagine. So how do you decide between what 8 p.m. and what 6 p.m. class is right for you? Sarah's here to help you decide.
When preparing for a new semester, one of the most important tasks is scheduling classes. Here are a few how-tos and tips to keep in mind while scheduling throughout your college career. So the first thing you want to do before scheduling classes is set up an appointment with your advisor and talk about the upcoming term, and also figure out what day and time you are set to schedule. So next you want to come over here to Buckeye link, and if you scroll all the way down, you'll see this tab, Class Search. Go ahead and click that. Now this brings you to your basic search for classes page. So before beginning, there are a few things that you need to make sure are set. So term here, you want to set it to the upcoming term in which you are scheduling for. So we'll do summer 2018. And then campus, you want to make sure it's set on Columbus campus. Now class search. So here for the subject, this is every category of courses that is offered here at Ohio State. So you want to go ahead and pick whichever one you're either interested in or looking for. I'll go ahead and pick communication. And come over to course numbers. So this is where you would type in a specific course number if you're looking for a specific course. If you're not, then just make sure Show Open Classes Only is clicked, and then you can hit search. So this results page here shows you every course under the communications category that is being offered during the summer term of 2018. So a few tips on how to read this. The days and times here will tell you Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you will have that class at 11:40 to 1:15. And over here it says it will be in the journalism building, room 224. And your instructor will be Daniel Farkas. And the meeting times here means that you will begin the class on this day and the last day of class will be that day. So sometimes they are full semester, sometimes they're half semester, so just make sure you're reading that. And then status here, since this is green, it means that this class is open and there are open seating and you can go ahead and select it to add to your shopping cart. So if you're looking for a course on a specific day or specific time, you can go down here and click additional search criteria. And you can write in times for meeting or ending time. You can also select the days of the week in which you're looking for, how many credits the course needs to be, And what I always used as a student was mode of instruction. So if you're looking for an online course, and online courses only, hit distance learning, go back to search, and here it will show you every online course that is being offered during the summer term of 2018 online under the communications category and on the Columbus campus. So this is a nice way to narrow down your search if your additional search is overwhelmingly popping up with a lot of courses. So the last step here would be to go to Schedule Planner, and this is a tool that helps generate a ideal class schedule for you after you put all your classes into a shopping cart. So this tool is very helpful when you have 5 or 6 classes that you need to take. It kind of finds times and days that work best and generates a schedule for you. So of course, if you need more help when it is your turn to schedule classes, of course, go talk to your advisor and they will be more than happy to help walk you through this process and give you any guidance that you may need. And there you have it. Hopefully this demonstration will help you when it is your turn to schedule classes. Stay classy, Buckeyes. Ohio State allows students to purchase tickets at discounted rates. But what if you have conflicts for some of the games? Stay tuned after the break to figure out what to do.